Hi everyone, long time no see. I'm sorry I didn't post a video yesterday. I was so tired and all I wanted to do was go to bed, so I thought tonight I would fill you in on yesterday and today, which was my first and second day of faculty orientation, so with all of the commerce faculty. Queens has a lot of traditions, so most of the stuff I won't explain a lot about it because it's supposed to be kind of a secret or a faculty secret, or just you're not supposed to know about it until you experience it. So if I sound like I'm trying to get around something, it's because I don't know how much I can say, because I don't want to ruin it for people that are going to go through the Queen's Commerce experience. However, yesterday morning we were supposed to meet at Goods Hall to split into our groups and everything. Didn't really go as planned. Let's just say lots of running and jumping jacks. Like, practice your jumping jacks if you are going into Queen's Commerce, because you're going to be doing so many jumping jacks. But we met the chief boss, which is, once again, a huge tradition, take way too long to explain, but he's kind of just like in charge, and a lot of our faculty orientation revolves around impressing him. So half of the group is split up into love, and then the other half is split up into money, and then we're supposed to prove to him which he should choose. So I was in love 1, was my group, because there was like 12 love and 12 money, something like that. Anyway, so that's Chief Boss. After we met Chief Boss, we actually did get split up into our little groups, so we got to meet our bosses, which is our leaders for the group. So we had 2 bosses, and they were super nice after the morning activities, of course. And then I got to meet the rest of my group, and everyone seems super nice so far. I mean, you can't really tell at this point. Lots of names that I've already forgotten, and I feel really bad about it. So we got split up into our groups, and then we did this like kind of like water park games, but it was like wet twister, and where you have to like fill up the bucket with a sponge on the other side of the field as fast as you can. We did the human knot with all of us, and just like different games that you would play. So we just had lunch right there. We just had like Subway because they were a sponsor for that event. So we had Subway for lunch. After lunch, we had this like amazing race kind of thing where we had different stations to go to all across campus, where we were competing in little games against little teams. So answering trivia questions, putting a puzzle together, answering questions like how many campus buildings are on a certain street, just stuff like that. After that, we had about an hour and a half free time before we met up again. So we got to change out of our uniform, which I will insert a picture of me in my uniform right here. This is my uniform. I have a visor, white visor that says my year on it. My classic t-shirt that has my name on the back, it says Erin. Then I have my white shorts, and then a maroon and gold sock, which are always on the wrong feet. You have to make sure that you put your socks on the right feet. So that's my uniform, so I finally got to change out of that because it was pretty gross, because we got sprayed with water guns and everything, and it was just really gross. Some engineers sprayed warm vinegar on us, so that just smelled so bad. Anyway, sorry, I have to get through this quickly. So after that, we met up in clean clothes for Family Feud, so it was like money against love, and it was just like Family Feud. The prizes were crazy that some people won. Like, your names were already picked, like who got to go up on stage and actually compete in the game. One girl, like the biggest prize was a TV. Like, a girl went back to her dorm with a giant flat screen TV, which was awesome. Like, the prizes were crazy. After Family Feud, we went out with our group to dinner. So we got to eat something that wasn't calf food. So we just went to a restaurant called Merchants, and it was really good. It was buffet style, so we all had the same thing, but it was really good. So it's like salad, chicken. After dinner, we had a little bit of free time, but I just ended up hanging out with some friends. I didn't end up going back to my res. After that, we had the mystery road trip, which was about a 5 to 10 minute bus ride. Don't really know how to explain it, but needless to say, it was not a quiet bus ride. Got off the bus, and we ended up going to just in one of the campus buildings, which went like around the block. And we had a stand-up comedy show, which there was a host, which still like stood up there and told jokes, and then we had 3 comedians come up and tell jokes. It was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It was like, everyone treats us like adults here. Like, there's not much filtering that goes on, which, I mean, we can handle it. We're in university. So it's funny and lighthearted and everything. So after that, like I said, I went home. I got back to my room and I crashed. I was like, I don't have any energy to make a video for tonight. So, that's what happened yesterday. This morning, ran to campus again. Not exactly my choice. So once we got to campus, we did more jumping jacks as a group until everyone got there. Then we got on a bus and went to Lemoyne Point, which was basically in the middle of nowhere. It was like a giant field. We did some kind of boot camp stuff there, and then we split up into our groups, they're called syndicates, but SINs for short. So we ran around with our SIN, competing against other SINs, just with different games again, like tug of war, lava, jump. They had a blow-up obstacle course where you like climb over the thing and dive through obstacles and stuff. That was cool. Red Bull sponsored the event, so one of the stations was just drinking Red Bull. And then one station was doing this like song dance thing. You had to prepare it with your group, and then you went down this little secret path and performed it in front of Chief Boss and his bodyguards. And you wanted to like do our best. So we did like a little mashup. Ours was a mashup of Hey Mickey, You're So Fine. I don't know what the actual name of that song is. Hey Mickey, You're So Fine, Teenage Dream, and Call Me Maybe. We changed the words all to like fit Commerce and Chief Boss. So it was pretty cool. And then after that, everyone had to go in a giant circle, and Chief Boss came out and talked about how 2 of the teams, because he was going to pick a winner for the skit thing. He said 2 of the teams have shown me that that this class has a chance. And he like praised the 2 teams, and they called out the teams, and we were one of the teams. So we had to go out in front of everyone, like 600 people, and do our dance, and none of us were expecting it. Then the other team went, and they had a mashup too, and he picked the other team, so we lost, but we still thought it was pretty cool that we became 2nd out of 24 teams. So yes, we didn't come first, but 2nd is pretty awesome. After lunch, we had an activity called Commerce Cares. So we actually had to, in our groups, we competed against who could make the most money by selling lollipops. And we were raising money for the Nientende Foundation, which sends kids to school in the Democratic of Congo. I'm pretty sure it's DOC, so Democratic of Congo. And our team actually, we made over $100, so I think we did pretty good. But I heard another team, the same team that won the dance-off, got like $100 from someone, which is nuts. So I think they're going to win. So we raised money for that, so that was cool that they like put in a fundraiser for charity into like all the craziness of Frosh Week. So after the mess, we had a break to shower, and then we had a little barbecue, which was fun. I mean, except we got picked last to eat, so we were at the end of the line, and everyone had basically left by the time we got our food because they had already eaten and everything. They had frisbees and stuff to fool around with. Then we had a 2-hour break until the Goods Hall dance party. So it's basically just a dance, and then one room they had card games and stuff that you could play. So when we got there outside, they had one of those like Gotham City Batman lights. But it was like 4 different lights, and they were just like spinning around like we were at some cool Hollywood event, which was super cool. So I went inside. It was kind of weird at first because I got there by myself and I didn't know anyone. So I ended up just introducing myself to a random person so I had someone to talk to. But then like once more and more people got there, then the dancing wasn't so bad, but it's still kind of awkward because we don't really know each other. So I had fun, but I could have done without. And then I came back here and I actually hung out with quite a few of my floor mates that were back already. And it's like 2 in the morning. What time is it? 2:04 a.m. and I am doing this for you guys. So I'm sorry that once again, this isn't really a detailed video. I've met tons more people. I've met 2 other errands in Commerce, and then I met like tons more people in my section. So I met tons of people, and I still forget tons of people's names. Like, people tell me their names and I forget them right after they tell me. That's how bad it is. I'm still loving the res life so far. I mean, the food is really good. I'm getting tons of exercise with those jumping jacks. Jumping jacks, just so many jumping jacks. So that's what I did the last 2 days. I'm sorry I didn't post a video yesterday. I was just so tired. But I made one tonight, and it's 2 in the morning, and by the time I edit this and upload it, it'll be like 3 o'clock. But you guys are worth it. So, everyone at home, I miss you. Like, I'm starting to get a bit homesick, just because, I don't know, I'm comfortable with all my friends at home, and then here it's just like starting brand new because I don't know anyone, which is terrifying. But, so thanks for watching. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying seeing me or hearing what I'm up to. I promise I will make a video tomorrow night. It's just, we have a concert at night, so it won't go too late, so I'll have lots of time to make a video. So, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.